Hello my fellow readers, I'm back with another book review. This time it's a light novel series, and I don't remember if this is complete or if they're going to come back with more, but in my mind this is just complete. It is The Abandoned Heiress Gets Rich with Alchemy and Scores an Enemy General. It's such a long title, and this is not a 5 out of 5 series. This is just, it's okay. It's a good series. That's what I discovered from reading it. It does have a lot of things that I enjoy in a series, and I do remember why I ended up getting this. I purchased this series back when I was doing Draconiathon, about 2 years ago now, and there is a dragon in this, so I think I picked this up in order to hit that, but then I didn't end up reading this series during that time. So I finally picked it up, and I got the 3rd volume, and they're quick reads. It's not anything too bad, but it's not, I guess I'm glad that it's not, so far it hasn't gone any further. I'd be fine if this is the end of the series. I think that'd be fine. I think it tells a fairly conclusive story, and I don't think you need to go any further with it. I'll go ahead and read the summary first, but then I'll talk about my thoughts and review of the whole thing. Now with the correct Volume 1. I'm going to go ahead and read the summary of the first volume, and then I'll talk about the series as a whole. So, a tsundere love story. Chloe is an alchemist of self-proclaimed rare beauty. She used to be the esteemed daughter of a duke, but 3 years ago her engagement was suddenly annulled and she was stripped of her title and privileges. With nowhere else to go, she became an alchemist's apprentice until she was rich enough to have her own alchemy shop in the royal capital. Now a penny pincher, Chloe goes out of her way to purchase Julius, the former general of an enemy kingdom dubbed the Black Prince for his cruel nature and cold-heartedness. She purchased him to be her bodyguard so she can more efficiently gather materials for alchemy, but his personality is just awful, and yet Chloe finds herself slowly drawn to Julius, despite his incessant teasing. What kind of love will bloom between this gorgeous alchemist and her snarky tsundere general? So, again, this is a light romantasy title in the light novel world. It does follow Chloe, who has a pretty interesting background as seen in the summary. She was engaged to the prince. As it turns out, there's manipulation going on behind the scenes, specifically through the form of her sister, who was a half-sister, and it's maybe a weird situation there. As I said, there's manipulation going on, but the sister figure ends up manipulating the prince into believing that Chloe is not good and that her father is betraying the kingdom. And so her father ends up being stripped of everything and I think executed, if I remember correctly, and Chloe is sent for a period to the prisons. And then finally she is released from there, but she has nothing. She has no title, she has no money, nothing. She's wandering, I think, off. We discover that it's a common trope that she is attacked by a group of men. Of course, she is saved in the nick of time by an alchemist who seems more kind of witchy than just alchemist, but saved in the nick of time by the alchemist who takes her into her home and teaches her to be an alchemist. And so this gives Chloe her new life to start over. When the main events of the book start, Chloe is purchasing Julius, which is another big trope in a lot of light novels. I think I talked about this with The Alchemist Who Starts Life Over, blah, blah, blah series, which I do want to get to finishing that one as well because that's a shorter series. But here we have her finding Julius. He's at... They make like some of the prisoners fight, and he's at like the fight, if I remember correctly. It's been a little while since I read the first volume. And so she decides to purchase him and saves him from this pit. He is branded. They're special like magical brands. So he's branded in order to have to obey Chloe. By the time she finds him, he doesn't have an eye. He's been very damaged. And so she takes him with her. She heals him, and she also creates a new eye with her alchemy. So he has 2 different color eyes because one is the fake eye. I don't know if you can see that. There's the red eye is portrayed here. Anyway, doesn't matter. I mean, it matters in the fact that the eye is created by alchemy. So there are powers imbued with the eye as well that give Julius an advantage for things like being able to see spirits that you don't normally see that pose threats to people. And so they go about getting money, not creating money. They get money by going and finding like the bad spirit things. I'm calling them spirits, but I don't remember if they had, but monsters that can't normally be seen. They can identify them, kill them off. One, Chloe can use these for alchemy in order to create things to sell. And then I think there are some materials they can just sell, and also missions that they can complete. Typical kind of like RPG world. And that's what they kind of set up here. But at the same time, the bigger overarching plot occurs too, which is what or who was manipulating the sister and kind of manipulating now the kingdom. And so the story mainly with the sister occurs in this first book, and it's a very conclusive story, but the manipulator's story arc goes into the other two books as well, before getting more of a resolution. We also learn, mostly throughout those books, but there's hints in this one that there is a hidden story, more to Chloe's story. There is part of her mother that makes Chloe a little bit different from the normal girl / alchemist. And so that becomes integral as well. And then the other main point of it is just the romance that starts to occur between Julius and Chloe, and how is that going to turn out? And it is kind of cute. There is, of course, the strange dynamic because he is the slave. Although, to be honest, Chloe never really treats him that way. He is bought and he does have the brand. She would like to remove the branding from him. That's another theme that goes out throughout the story. He's worried about that, though, that his more angry and violent self will take over and he won't be able to be controlled, and he'll do something he doesn't want to do. So he often tells her, let it go and let this stay, because I deserve to have it. It's keeping me reined in. Let's see, other points. So they have like a strange dynamic, but at the same time, I think there is an equality there. Chloe does not treat him in a different way, like you have to obey me or anything. It's very much like, I know I want you to be my bodyguard, and so I purchased you from this, but I also just want you to be an equal. I would like it if you work with me through your own volition, if that makes sense. So it is like, it does have the same kind of problematic tropes, but they try to resolve it quickly enough and make them more on equal footing. She does also get him back his dragon, which, as I said, that was part of why I was interested in it, is because there's a dragon. He, as well as being the general, was a dragon rider. So his main, I guess, purpose was riding his dragon into battle. And so she does get his dragon back. And then, I don't think this is a spoiler, it's just kind of fun. His main quest through the rest of it is influencing Chloe to get another dragon so that his dragon and the other dragon can have baby dragon. They want to have just like a family of dragons at their home. So it is kind of sweet, but there's nothing like too much with the story. It's not, I don't know, I feel like you don't fully get a great view and feeling for the characters. They are kind of flat in places. The story's a little flat, but overall it's a quick, easy read, so it wasn't totally disappointing. There was cute banter in the story, I think, between Julius and Chloe. There's a lot of like the push and pull tension when you're like, will they get together, and how will they get together, and how's that going to work? As well as there's always the tension of the outside world impacting them, and it's like, do you have time for a romance when literally you need to do things to save the kingdom in general? So there you go. I did enjoy it though. Like I said, I mean, it's not a 5-star read by any means. You know, it's like 3.5, 4 stars. It's good, but it's not like the best. And I don't know. I mean, I think if you just want a quick read that's got some romantic vibes, I love the dragon. Okay, the dragon bumps it up. Okay, I'll be honest. I like dragon stories. I think it's a lot of fun. You get to see like more dragons as they're trying to find the mate for their dragon. And it's, I enjoy the dragon stories. But as a whole, I will admit, it can be a little flat. Would I still recommend it? If you like a lot of the elements that I've said and you're just looking for a very quick light novel series, then yeah, you might want to pick it up if you got nothing better. And I don't regret picking it up, but you know, it's not my favorite. I think that that is it for this video. Until next time, bye.